17th of December. Oh, isn't it going quickly? So I just want to wish everyone a happy Thursday, and I know it's difficult, but have a look at this view that I've got right now. Let's have a look at this, look. Have a look at that. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that wonderful? And this is a bit of Crystal Palace, the original Crystal Palace there. But here we go. So I'm back. Let me get back on track. So what's happening is London has gone into a tier 3 restriction. And for many people that is going to be a pain in the arse because it's their livelihoods they're losing out on, and they can't go and see friends, they can't go and see family. And I completely respect and understand that. But it's better to have a tier system now to make sure people try to keep their distance and away from other people before Christmas, because we all know, and I shouldn't have to say it, but we all know when it is Christmas time, it's going to be a lot of people mingling, a lot of people unknowingly spreading disease, and it's sad, really, is what it is, and it shouldn't have to be that way. I'm hoping that over Christmas everyone can be as sensible as they can, because I really am getting sick of these lockdowns now. And as much as I'm a fan of them, in principle, I'm just getting sick of it. I think the first one was needed, but it was too little too late. The second one wasn't really a lockdown, it was more of a heavy restriction. And in both cases, people took the piss. And if people had done as they were told the first time round, then we wouldn't be in the position we're in today. And I wholeheartedly believe that. And there's going to be a lot of people out there, usually the woke brigade, that don't like lockdowns and don't want a vaccine, and they can't have the best of both worlds, unfortunately. But that is the reality of it, unfortunately. But what's happening with me is I'm officially due to be going back to work on the 4th of January. So on my son's birthday, I'm going to be returning back to work. And I've got mixed emotions about that, in all fairness, because on the 4th of January, I'm pretty sure after a couple of weeks after, well, it's about a week and a bit after Christmas, you're going to end up with people. I've got to try and say this without swearing. There's going to be a news bulletin saying that there's a massive surge in cases because of the Christmas period. So that's what I'm afraid of. I believe there's going to be a massive spike about a week and a bit after Christmas of coronavirus, exactly when I'm supposed to be going back to work. And I have had a couple of conversations with people from management recently, and they're telling me that they're taking every precaution to make sure that it's safe. And I have to I have to respect that they're trying. I have to try and respect that they're trying. And then they tell me that now driving in a bus is just as safe as going to the supermarket. Hang on a minute. Let me just make this one thing quite clear. Two of the worst places for getting coronavirus is secondary schools and supermarkets. So that doesn't put my mind at ease at all. What would put my mind at ease, and I hope management are watching this, what would put my mind at ease is if they actually keep furlough running for vulnerable drivers for the maximum amount of time to give there a better chance or more time for people to have the vaccine rolled out across the country and have a noticeable difference in the reduction of infection. Also, it makes more sense for the company because the longer you keep drivers on furlough that are medically furloughed, you're not spending money on their wages. The only thing you're spending money on really is agency staff. And I know that that is expensive, but you need to understand that from my point of view and colleagues of mine across the industry that are high risk, we don't feel that enough has been done. We feel like even though furlough is officially on until March, we feel like we're being foisted back into a bad situation. And after Christmas into New Year, it is only going to become a worse situation because people are stupid. So that's my opinion on that. I can't state that as fact. I'm stating that as my opinion, and my opinion 9 times out of 10 is golden. It's usually correct. And again, that's my own opinion. But I just want people to do the right thing. That's all I want, is I want people to do the right thing. And it's difficult because there's going to be a lot of hard decisions to be made over the next couple of weeks or over the next week coming up to Christmas, because there's going to be people that have to change or cancel their plans. People that would normally have gone to see their mum and dad, or mum or dad, or gone to see the nan, or have traditions and things that they would normally do, and they can't do that. Or they might have to make a decision to not do that this year. And that's difficult because us human beings, especially as Brits, we're very set in our ways. We're very, very set in our ways. So everyone's going to have to start making a decision. Who do we go to? Who do we allow to come to ours? Are we going to let people in our home, friends or family, from a maximum of 2 other households? And if so, would we have to ask them to be isolating beforehand? And this is what people don't understand. It's like, yes, you can have people come round, but how do you know they haven't got anything? You don't. You don't. You just have to try and arrange for people to try. I know it's difficult because of work and whatnot, but just take extra precautions leading up to Christmas. So on Christmas Day, if you do end up going to other people's houses, and Boxing Day as well, you take extra. You just do what you do normally as sensible human beings. I hope you are, but do it 4 times better. Be that person who is over paranoid about catching something, because you know what will happen is we'll get to New Year's Day, right, and there'll be parties all night. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, people that shouldn't be doing it. There'll be fines rolled out across the board. And then a week later, it'll be all over the news. Yeah, coronavirus cases they've spiked, they've gone up. We're now seeing positive cases of up to and over 30,000 positive tests a day. And we're now seeing deaths of up to 750 a day, all because they wanted to go and have a drink with their mates. Just think about it, please. I'm not saying don't have a nice Christmas. I'm saying do have a nice Christmas. But what I'm also saying is be grateful this year, because there's many alternatives. I mean, you can Zoom, you can video call, you can WhatsApp call, you can FaceTime, you can Google Meet, Microsoft Teams. I know it's not the same, but you can literally see each other face to face, but without the hug. And I know it's difficult, but a lot of us might have to do that. It's just make the right choice. Be grateful for what you have. Just because you can see people doesn't mean you should. And I know Boris Johnson said that, but I have to agree with him. He's right. 2020 as a year has been an absolute crap show for many reasons. I mean, 2019 into 2020 and the whole of 2020 for me has been an absolute disaster because of my own personal circumstances. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful, one, to be alive because of my situation. Two, I'm grateful to be employed still, albeit on furlough. And even though I don't always agree with their decision-making abilities, I'm still grateful to be employed. And I'm grateful the fact that I can see my family, whether it's for one day, for a couple of hours on Boxing Day, or whether there is a U-turn and people can't do anything and we all have to do it via video call. I'm grateful for that. This year we have to be grateful for the little things, because next year it will be better. Next year we'll be able to look back and go, "Car, weren't 2020 a rubbish one?" But we can all learn from it. We can all learn from it, and we can learn to appreciate what we have. Because it's not always about getting gifts and getting presents and this, that, and the other. We can learn to appreciate our families. We can learn to appreciate seeing people as opposed to getting things. We can learn to appreciate what small, precious time we have with the people we love, because they can be taken away from us. So it's silly. I know it sounds silly, but it's these are the sorts of things that we should be focusing on this year. You know, just be grateful for what we have, and just make a phone call to someone who you love, even if it's someone that is a vulnerable person. Just make their Christmas a little bit better by checking up on them as well. That's what I think would be a good idea. Just spread a little bit of love, be grateful for what you've got. And even if you can't see people face to face and give them a hug, which I wouldn't recommend anyway, you know, just give a little bit of love. Show people you care, that you haven't forgotten about them. Show people that you're still alive. You know, just do something, and then I promise you, when everything is cleared up and everything's better, and people, and majority of people this time next year have had some kind of vaccine, and there is a defense against coronavirus, we can all go out, have a drink, have a party, have a laugh, and remember that 2020 was crap, and everything from then on is going to get better. So anyway, I do apologise for not reading any comments at the moment, because it is difficult holding a gimbal and doing, you know, and doing this at the same time. Although it is quite stable, it is quite stable, sort of. But there we go. I've waffled on a lot today. I have waffled on a lot. So I'm about to get home. I'm about to get home, and I wish everyone has an absolutely fantastic day. If I don't go live tomorrow, and I probably won't, then the next time I see anyone, maybe Monday or Tuesday, haven't decided yet. So please enjoy the rest of your day, social distance, make space for others, wash your face, wash your hands, wash your bum. Love you lots. See you later. Mwah.